Welcome everybody, Haseo here, and today we're going to have the list of things Tamamo-no-Mae is no longer allowed to do in Chaldea, read by yours truly. Please enjoy. Part 1, from 1 to 32. Number 1. No, every ruler does not in fact need an evil counselor, so I cannot volunteer to raise ship back to Rome and fill the role for Nero before she becomes a heroic spirit. 2. Not allowed to confuse Tamamo Cat further than she already is, making her think her cat/dog paws are bear paws, make things entirely too confusing for everyone else. 2a. Making her think that they are the pastry bear paws instead of animal bear paws just makes things awkward at dessert time. 3. Not allowed to upgrade polygamous castration fist to polygamous castration rifle, even if the target really is David and not Gojushin-sama. The original version will work just fine. 3a. Not allowed to use polygamous castration slingshot either. While he may be one of the biggest playboys and womanizers in history, using his own sling is taking it too far. 3b. Any attempt to make a replacement sling for him in the immediate aftermath using his own sack is vetoed. This goes doubles if I try and do so while it is still attached to its owner. Number 4. Kiyohime and the concept of Paolaos shall never meet. Kiyohime does not need my help to cause trouble. 4a. Not allowed to introduce Kiyohime to bronze bulls either. 4b. If it involves hot metal, I am not allowed to introduce it to Kiyohime. 5. Before annoying the King of Heroes, I should take into account I have divinity and shall act accordingly. 6. Before taunting Osaka Behime about taking the spot of the resident fox in Chaldea, I will remember that her and Blackbeard are in a doujin circle and highly active on the digital art scene. 6a. If I fail to hit the above, I have no one but myself to blame when the market is suddenly flooded with R18 plus Fox Girl doujins starring my likeness. 7. The Yata no Kagami, while a personal possession and my noble phantasm, is also one of the imperial regalia of Japan. Therefore, I will treat it with dignity and respect. 7a. Using it as a wash basin mirror for my morning rituals does not count as treating it with respect or dignity. 8. The skill's name is Imperial Privilege EX, not Nero Ex Machina. 9. Before teasing Blatt 3 about how much more useful he is as a berserker than a lancer, I will remember he takes violent offense to the legend of Dracula. A. Even if I'm responsible for carrying him when he is in berserker class. 10. Not allowed to use Ray Shift to haunt Abe no Seimei after my historical death. Heroic spirit is no excuse, and I'm more of an anti-hero anyways. 10a. Not allowed to use Ray Shift to try and pose as Abe no Seimei's mother before my historical death for any reason. Goshushin-sama does not want to have to spend that much quartz to summon me again. 10b. Not allowed to use Ray Shift to give Ashiya Domon ideas at any point in time. 11. Not allowed to ground Kintoki with a lightning rod just to stop his electricity from making my hair and tails frizzy. 12. Tamamo Cat is not actually a cat, therefore I will refrain from using foxtails of any kind to mess with her. 12a. I will also remember that she, like the rest of the Tamamo 9, has a grudge against me for cutting them loose like unwanted trash. And if I violate the above rule and end up shaved, it's my own damn fault. 13. Polygamous castration shotgun is not and will never be a thing. God damn, Tamamo. When Nero is the focus of yet another event, I will hold my tongue and not insinuate that Sakura is doing the writing again. 14. A. Even if the event really is terribly written and wanks Nero to high hell, it is possible for other writers to be bad. 15. Not allowed to race ship back to ancient Israel and use polygamous castration fist on David's living cell. 15. A. Contrary to what I may think, the above will have no effect on David's current heroic spirit self. If I have issue with this, I can refer them to Mume, also known as Emiya Archer. 15. B. Even if I want payback for London, using it on Solomons while he is alive will have no effect on the Grandcaster version. If I have issue with this, I can refer them to Emiya Archer. 16. Before using the Yata no Kagami to give everyone a Nero upskirt, I will remember that she has the front of her skirt transparent specifically to show off the content of said skirt. Also, I will refer to Rule 6. 17. Girls' night out is vetoed if the members of the away party include myself, Shuten Doji, and Kiyohime. Especially Kiyohime. 17. A. When girls' night out is vetoed, I can't just race ship to Asian Britannia to recreate the Forest of Meat using Circe's Noble Phantasm and the Point of Wine using Shuten Doji's Noble Phantasm. 17. B. Before drinking it, I will remember that Shuten Doji's Noble Phantasm is actually the sake she was poisoned with. 17. C. Just because we survived drinking it and none of us were able to remember what happened afterwards does not mean it had to be awesome, and absolutely does not mean we should do it again, especially when Chaldea had to enlist the druid's help to repair the damage done afterwards. 18. Not allowed to play Sniper Elite with Inferno Archer, also known as Nobunaga. It is giving me too many ideas. 19. Chaldea does not need a cat skin rug, so I can stop trying to convince Proto Cuckoo Lane and or Atalante to hunt and skin Tamamo Cat. 19. A. If Tamamo Cat catches wind of the above, I should be prepared for her to turn the tables around on me by rounding up the British heroic spirits for a good old-fashioned English fox hunt. 20. Not allowed to race shift Tamamo Cat to ancient Ulster and try to convince the living Cuckoo Lane that she is good enough as a replacement for that unfortunate hound he killed. A cat is not fine too in this occasion. 21. If I've been roped by Osaka Bahime into being a booth babe for her circle during comic market, I can't just shapeshift one of my tails into clothes if I do not like the clothes she has given me to wear. Shapeshift wears off. The venue is public. 21. A. While the results may indeed please the crowd and do wonders for Osaka Bahime's sales in the short term, they also do wonders for her ability to get invited back in the long term. 21. B. If the doujin in question are a result of violation of Rule 6, a deliberate violation of Rules 21 and 21A does not constitute acceptable payback. Ignoring this will result in having to sell the merchandise in question by myself, while Osaka Behime and Blackbeard are given a pass to go sightseeing. 21. C. All income accrued as a result of a 21B violation is rightfully the property of Osaka Behime and Blackbeard Circle, regardless if I autograph the porn books in question or not. Therefore, I will ask for a share of the money, not try and pocket it and run. They know where I live. 22. Not allowed to offer Shuten Doji sake to Nero, regardless of whether it is from Shuten Doji's Noble Phantasm or not. Either way, no one wants a repeat of the Bedlam which ensued. 22. A. In fact, not allowed to offer Oni great sake to anyone other than Inferno Archer, who is most definitely not a Oni. 22. B. No longer allowed to offer Oni great sake to Inferno Archer. By mutual agreement of everyone in Chaldea, we shall never speak of this again. Ever. 23. No longer allowed to play in volleyball tournaments with Kiyohime. We take it too far. 24. Just because I now have 2 tails to Tamamo Cat's 1 doesn't make me twice as Tamamo as her. 24. A. Nor does having 3 tails make me 3 times as Tamamo Cat. 25. Not allowed to try and exorcise berserkers in their sleep with Shinto rituals. They are not possessed and it won't work. 26. Not allowed to tell Spartacus that Nero is an oppressor and sit back and watch the fireworks. Unless I want Nero spilling my past as Daji and Baozi to Spartacus too. That sword cuts both ways and I will be stuck with the repair bill. 27. I will not give Neza an excuse to turn me into a rare prism, so I won't crack jokes about channeling my past acts as Daji while I'm in the presence of her. 28. Luxury salon visits for my tails and tails alone do not count as business expenses for Chaldea, and no amount of logic will convince Da Vinci otherwise. Besides, we're in Antarctica. We don't even have taxes over here. 29. While Elizabeth has indeed been growing in number over the past few years, asking her if Takeuchi draws her is rude. 30. The nursery kitties asked me to, is not a justification for temporarily taking origin form and scorching Chaldea in the process. While a 9-tailed fox may be central to the plot, most 9-tailed foxes aren't also solar deity born race. 31. Perverts don't actually bleed strawberry syrup or milk, so I can let Med out of Carmilla's phantom mating already, and put away the pancakes. 32. Partying like it's the end of the Zhang dynasty is forbidden. Any attempt by me to circumvent this while in Chaldea's ground will be met by an attempt by Neza to send me back to the throne. This goes double if Goshin Shinzama is involved.